1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Howdy folks, thanks for checking out the lesson here at Music with Ryan. As you just saw and heard, I did the classic Bluegrass traditional tune Lonesome Road Blues in the key of G. I've created two arrangements for it. One that's a beginner or advanced beginner flat picking arrangement, and then the second time through is certainly more of an intermediate to advanced flat picking solo. We're going to learn to play that melody straight on the head and then take that melody and add some other elements to it to spice it up to get more expressive and creative with the melody. We'll do more consecutive eighth note runs, cross picking, and some classic bluegrass licks. We're going to start walking through that first arrangement right now. Put the tabs up on the screen. If you want to access the full-length lesson and download the tabs and the audio tracks and access the slowdown and looper, click the link in the description below. All right, so let's go ahead and put those first few measures up on the screen here. We've got to pick up on beat 3, and yeah, we're gonna play that melody straight ahead here. And here it sounds. First 4, 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. So we're getting a pickup on beat 3 there. Maybe I said beat 2, but it's beat 3. The first two markings there is a half note rest, and starts in the open G, 2nd fret G, open B, 1st fret B. Okay, a little pickup there, and then measure 2, we play the 1, 1st fret B again, and we hammer on the 3rd fret. And this measure is all on the B string, so 1 and 2. So it's a little syncopated in the middle there. You'll see the tie, and it's going to create a double upstroke in there, so make note of that. But down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then measure 3. We're going to shift to the 5th fret of the B with that 3rd finger, and then 3 on the B, open G, and then 2 8th notes on the open G. Pretty easy there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then measure 4. We're gonna slide to the 4th fret of the G with the 2nd finger, and then bar on the B and the E. Make this what I call an F shape. We're sounding a G chord, of course, but it's often referred to as a little mini F shape. Okay, and then I'm just gonna strum through that to kind of fill in the space. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So down, down, up, down. So just strumming it in to fill in the space there. There's no melody right there. And we'll fill it up more with some cross picking in the next arrangement. So all 4 of those in context. So 1, 2. Cleaner for me. 1, 2. Okay, then moving on to the next 4, they sound like this. So measure 5. I'm still here on the 4th fret of the G string. I'm going to just play that once and then do a down up strum on the chord. So 1, 2, and then 4 2 slide on the G, and then open G. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. measure 6, we're going to go to the C chord, but I'm going to hammer on the D string, open, and then hammer to the 2nd fret. Okay, and then finger the rest of the C chord. So, and then play open G, and then strum, and then open G again. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Measure 7. I'm going to play 3rd fret. We do a little double stop here. 3rd fret of the G, 1st fret of the B. That's a B flat right there. That's the 7 of the C chord, or the flatted 3 of the G chord. However you want to think about it, but kind of a bluesy tinge, right? Bluesy note. So 1, and then I'm going to strum it. 2 and then 2, 3 hammer on the G, and back to just 2 and 1. And so it's all pretty much a double stop right there, right? I'm doing 2 strings. I'm trying to get them in every stroke there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Measure 8, we go back to the G. So we play open G, strum it, and now we're gonna do a little G run, right? Open A, 1st fret, slide to 2 or hammer, open D. The next measure we'll play an open G. So those 4 real quick. 2, ready, go. Alrighty. Moving on to the next 4. We got again the open G from our G run. Then we're gonna do a strum to fill in the space. It's the same strumming pattern as measure 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Keep the right hand moving in there. There's a big tie in there, but keep the right hand going up and down, 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 up, down, up. Then we go to measure 10 here, and I go back to the C chord, and it's 0, 2 hammer on the D, then open G, strum on the C, open G, 1 and 2, 3, 4, and then it's just a little bit different than before here. It's I'm gonna go 2nd fret G, 1st fret B, and then hammer to the 3rd of the G, right? Hammer to that B flat note, and then back down 2 and 1, and then 0 and 1, and then 2 on the D, and open G at the same time. So again, all double stops here. So be gotta particular with your right hand technique and kind of getting a nice. I'm shooting for kind of a nice fat sound here with these double stops. Even for both strings. And then measure 12. 1, 3 hammer on the B. And then a couple more on that B string there. So 2 and 3. And then 1st fret. And then a 4th fret on the G with the 3rd finger. I'm going to slide up into there real quick. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it's just a quarter note in there, that 4th fret there. So a quick slide. So all 4 of those. 2, ready, go. Alright, and then the last 4 of this arrangement here sound like this. So measure 13 came from the 4th fret of the G, open G, and I'm going to strum the bottom half of the G chord. Then we kind of do that little pickup again like we did at the beginning of the piece. Open G, 2nd fret, open B, 1st fret. Measure 14 is essentially the same thing as measure 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all on the B string, right? Then measure 15, we're going to do some more double stops here. We're going to slide up to 3 and 4. So 3 on the B, 4 on the G. Then I do a strum on just those 2 strings. And then 2 and 3, walk it down kind of chromatically. and walk it down one more half step to 2 and 1. Then the next measure, we'll walk it down one more half step. I guess it's not a half step there for one of the notes, but anyway. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1. And then we're gonna do a little run down to the low G here. So 0, 2 hammer on the D, open D, 2 on the A, 0, 2 on the A hammer, and then 3rd fret low E, G note, okay? So there is the arrangement. I'm going to play the whole thing so you can see it all go by. Just a moderate tempo here. And yeah, let's go for it. Beginning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. There it is. And so if you want to download the tabs, the multi-speed backing tracks, and access, of course, the second arrangement, which will be more intermediate to advanced, we'll get a little more expressive and creative with that melody. You can click the link down there in the description to learn how. I'll send you on over to my website. You can get all the practice materials for the full lesson for Lonesome Road Blues.